These are the 7 dirty secrets automakers don't want you to know about why your new car seems perfectly reliable for 3 years, then suddenly falls apart the moment your warranty expires. This isn't coincidence, and it isn't bad luck, and it certainly isn't your imagination playing tricks on you. What I'm going to show you is exactly how this system works, who profits from it, why the problem keeps getting worse, and what you can actually do to protect yourself. We've got leaked internal documents, billion-dollar lawsuits, and one whistleblower who walked away with $24 million for exposing the truth about his own employer. Here's everything they don't want you to know. Secret number 1. The warranty isn't a reliability guarantee, it's a financial calculation. Something most car buyers never stop to think about is what that warranty actually represents. That 3-year, 36,000-mile promise that came with your car isn't a guarantee that your vehicle will run reliably for 3 years. The warranty is a bet, and the house always wins this one. A peer-reviewed academic study published in Science Direct put it better than I ever could. A 3-year warranty corresponds to the first 3 years of vehicle life when the vehicle is reliable. The difference being that the guarantee is a financial commitment, while reliability is a moral commitment on the part of the designer. That distinction matters more than most people realize. The warranty binds them legally, but reliability is just a suggestion from the engineering department. Automakers have gotten extremely good at this math over the decades. They know exactly when parts typically fail because they've collected data on millions of vehicles over 50-plus years. When Toyota gives you 3 years and 36,000 miles, and Hyundai gives you 5 years and 60,000 miles, the generosity isn't what it appears to be. They're setting the finish line right before the cliff drops off. Now you might be thinking about Hyundai and Kia with their 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and that does sound pretty good on paper. Here's the catch they don't advertise anywhere prominent. That 10-year warranty only applies to the original owner of the vehicle. The second you sell that car, the next owner gets 5 years and 60,000 miles, which is the same coverage everyone else offers. That extended warranty exists as a marketing tool to help sell new cars, not as a reliability promise. Secret number 2. Lifetime fluid really means lifetime of the warranty. This particular practice drives me absolutely crazy, and it should make you furious once you understand what's happening. Your owner's manual probably says something like lifetime transmission fluid and no service required. And that sounds great because it's one less maintenance item to worry about. The engineers must have developed some magic fluid that never breaks down, right? That's not what happened at all. AmSoil published a quote that I want you to really absorb. The dirty little secret is that filled for life really means filled for the life of the warranty. An Australian automotive expert named John Cadogan, who runs a site called Auto Expert, put it even more bluntly when he wrote, "Sealed really just means no dipstick and maybe no drain plug." In all transmissions, this sealed for life business is simply disingenuous carmaker bullshit. If you ask them what life actually means, they'll stare blankly at the floor. And here's where the story gets really interesting. ZF Transmissions is one of the biggest transmission manufacturers in the world, supplying units for BMW, Chrysler, Ford, and many others. And ZF actually recommends changing the fluid every 50,000 miles. The car manufacturers, using those exact same ZF transmissions, tell customers the fluid is lifetime fill and that no service is needed ever. A forum post on Toyota Nation summed up the real motivation perfectly. They don't want to charge you $155 for a transmission fluid refill. They want to charge you $40,000 for a new Camry when the tranny starts to slip on you at 150,000 miles with its lifetime maintenance schedule. These sealed transmissions come without a dipstick, and many don't even have a drain plug, which makes servicing them nearly impossible for the average owner. When they fail, and they will fail eventually, you're looking at $4,000 to $8,000 for a replacement unit. Secret number 3. They knew it was broken before they sold it to you. This isn't conspiracy theory territory because everything I'm about to tell you is documented fact, exposed through lawsuits and internal company documents. Ford's PowerShift transmission tells one of the ugliest stories in recent automotive history. This dual-clutch automated manual went into the Focus and Fiesta from 2011 to 2016, and owners reported shuddering, jerking, hesitation, and complete failures at alarming rates. Some owners burned through their 3rd or 4th transmission after only 3 or 4 years of ownership. An internal Ford email from August of 2010, before these cars even went on sale to the public, admitted that testers couldn't achieve a drivable calibration. They knew the transmission didn't work properly, and they sold it anyway to nearly 2 million consumers. Over 20 technical service bulletins came out as Ford tried to fix the unfixable. The class action settlement exceeded $30 million, but individual lawsuits have won owners 3 times the original purchase price of their cars. The Hyundai and Kia Theta 2 engine disaster was even worse. A manufacturing defect left metallic shavings from crankshaft milling inside the engines, which restricted oil flow to critical components, engines seized without warning, and some vehicles burst into spontaneous non-collision fires while driving down the highway. Company executives knew about the problem and failed to act, which is why a Hyundai safety engineer blew the whistle and reported the company's failure to issue a timely recall. $24 million went to that whistleblower from NHTSA, the largest automotive whistleblower award in history. The Theta 2 settlements added up to $3.1 billion total, and NHTSA hit Hyundai and Kia with an additional $210 million penalty for the delayed recalls. Nissan's CVT transmissions have been failing since at least 2009, and lawsuits allege the company knew about the problems that early. The 2013 to 2017 Sentras saw CVT failures as early as 49,000 miles, with repair costs reaching $4,700 on economy cars that weren't worth much more than that to begin with. A rental company called You Can Rent LLC purchased 14 Nissan Sentras and Jukes, and many of them failed before hitting 20,000 miles on the odometer. Canada's Automobile Protection Association documented a 6% failure rate during or shortly after warranty since 2010. $277.7 million is what Nissan paid in the March 2022 settlement. Secret number 4. The parts are designed to fail right on schedule. Timing chains, not timing belts, deserve special attention here because belts are where items that everyone knows need replacement, but timing chains are supposed to last the life of the engine. BMW's N20 and N26 4-cylinder turbocharged engines went into the 3 Series, X1, X3, and other models from 2012 to 2016, and these engines have a well-documented timing chain problem that's ruined thousands of motors. The plastic guide that keeps the chain positioned correctly becomes brittle over time, breaks apart, and sends debris into the sprockets, which can destroy the entire engine if you're unlucky. One owner's 2013 X3 failed at 83,000 miles, and the car had cost $27,000, and the engine replacement quote came in at up to $22,000. A BMW forum post captured the frustration perfectly. BMW dealers pretend not to see this until after the warranty expires. They are doing only what is in their best interest, not the customer. If your 20 or 26 timing chain guide is read, sometime in the future, your engine will be dead. BMW eventually settled a class action and extended the warranty to 8 years or 100,000 miles. But here's the kicker that should tell you everything about their attitude. They still deny it was ever a problem. This pattern repeats across the industry with different components. Parts that should last the life of the vehicle now get manufactured with cheaper materials, designed with tighter tolerances, and engineered to work just long enough to clear the warranty period. Secret number 5. Software is the new planned obsolescence. This is where things get really ugly for anyone who likes working on their own vehicles. Modern cars aren't just mechanical machines anymore, because they're essentially computers on wheels, and that software is increasingly weaponized against the people who own them. Tesla has been particularly aggressive about using software to control what owners can do with their own property. A class action lawsuit accused the company of pushing over-the-air software updates that reduced battery capacity without owner consent, and the lawsuit alleged these updates violated the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. The settlement came to $1.5 million, and Norwegian regulators ordered Tesla to pay around $16,000 to thousands of owners for throttling charging speed. One of the wildest examples involves Model S60 vehicles that actually contain 75 kilowatt-hour batteries, but are software locked to only deliver 60 kilowatt-hours of capacity. One customer's Model S60 got fixed by Tesla service, which accidentally unlocked the full battery capacity, and then they realized their mistake and relocked it, cutting the owner's range by 80 miles. Steve Berman, an attorney at Hagens Berman who handles automotive class actions, described the situation this way. Tesla owners and lessors are uniquely at the mercy of the maker of their cars, and Tesla imposes software updates without consent whenever their vehicle is connected to Wi-Fi. What's happening at Tesla isn't unique to that company. FCA, which is Fiat Chrysler and now Stellantis, introduced something called Secure Gateway in 2018 that caused non-OEM scan tools to lose code clearing and bidirectional capabilities, which means your independent mechanic can't properly diagnose your car anymore. 84% of independent shops view repair data access as their top business issue, according to an Auto Care Association survey. And nearly 2/3 say restricted access makes repairs more difficult at least once a week. Manufacturers increasingly use software to prevent aftermarket replacement parts from working at all, through a practice called parts pairing. You buy a genuine replacement part, but the car won't recognize it unless the dealer programs it into the system. Oregon and Colorado banned this practice for consumer electronics, but it remains widespread in the automotive industry. Secret number 6. There's a shadow warranty system you don't know about. Most people understand how recalls work, because the manufacturer discovers a safety defect, notifies NHTSA, and sends you a letter saying to bring your car in for a free repair. Another system operates completely in the shadows, and it's called Technical Service Bulletins, or TSBs. The difference between recalls and TSBs matters enormously for your wallet. Recalls require the manufacturer to notify you, and the repair stays free regardless of warranty status, with NHTSA overseeing the entire process. TSBs work differently in every way that hurts consumers. No owner notification is required, the repair only gets covered if you're still under warranty, and no government oversight exists. A manufacturer can know about a widespread defect, issue a TSB telling dealers exactly how to fix it, and never inform a single customer. If you happen to bring your car in while it's still under warranty, and the dealer happens to check for TSBs, you might get it fixed for free. Show up a week past warranty expiration, and you're paying full price. When TSB problems become widespread enough to create public relations headaches, manufacturers sometimes issue customer service campaigns or warranty extensions, but no legal obligation exists to notify owners. You have to know to ask. The Center for Auto Safety, a consumer advocacy group, actually sued to force NHTSA to include TSBs for free on its website, and they won that fight in January of 2020. Most consumers still don't know to look there. Warranty extensions and special programs often come with waiting lists that stretch for years. Toyota had a dashboard cracking program where the waiting list got so long that many owners' warranties expired before repairs became available. Secret number 7. The industry is fighting to keep you from fixing your own car. This is the issue that should make every DIY mechanic furious. 70% of vehicles after warranty expiration get maintained by independent facilities, meaning independent shops or owners doing the work themselves, and manufacturers are systematically trying to cut off that access. The fight started back in August of 2001 when Senator Paul Wellstone introduced the first right to repair bill in Congress. It took until July of 2012 for Massachusetts to pass the first automotive right to repair law, and a ballot initiative that same year passed with 86% voter support. A national memorandum of understanding came together in 2014, with automakers agreeing to extend Massachusetts' requirements to all 50 states, but they excluded telematics, which is the wireless data that modern cars transmit constantly. Massachusetts voters went back to the ballot in November of 2020, and Question 1 passed with 75% support, requiring access to telematics data so independent shops could actually diagnose modern vehicles. The automakers responded by suing the state, and some manufacturers, including Subaru and Kia, disabled telematics entirely in Massachusetts-sold vehicles, rather than comply with the law. More than 4 years of litigation finally ended in February of 2025 when a federal judge dismissed the automakers' lawsuit. The FTC has pushed hard on this issue for several years now. They released a report called Nixing the Fix in May of 2021 that detailed repair restrictions across industries, and they voted unanimously in July of 2021 to increase enforcement. FTC Chair Lena Khan explained the stakes. Repair restrictions can significantly raise costs for consumers, stifle innovation, close off business opportunity for independent repair shops. January of 2025 brought an FTC lawsuit against John Deere for monopolizing maintenance through repair restrictions. With a 3-2 vote, and attorneys general from Illinois and Minnesota joining the action, the Repair Act got reintroduced in Congress on February 25, 2025, with bipartisan support this time, and it would require manufacturers to provide diagnostic data, tools, and software to owners and independent shops. The fight continues because all 50 states have now considered right-to-repair legislation. The European Union passed a right-to-repair directive in July of 2024. That takes effect in July of 2026. American car owners who want to work on their own vehicles are increasingly at the mercy of manufacturers who would rather sell a new car than let you fix the old one. Hard numbers tell the real story about what happens after warranty expiration. $900 per year is the average repair cost for a car once the warranty runs out. By year 5 of ownership, AAA says that number climbs to about $1,500 annually. Repair costs jumped 43.6% between January of 2019 and January of 2025, which is 6 times higher than overall inflation during the same period. 58% of Americans cannot afford an unexpected car repair bill, and 60 million Americans lack savings for a repair over $600. The extended warranty industry understands these statistics perfectly, which is why they've built a $17.65 billion business as of 2024, with projections showing growth to nearly $32 billion by 2034. The typical markup on extended warranties runs around 50%, and 55% of people who purchase them never file a claim. J.D. Power released their 2025 Vehicle Dependability Study, and vehicle problems after 3 years of ownership hit their highest level since 2009. The industry average now sits at 202 problems per 100 vehicles, up 6% from 2024. Half of the top 10 problems involve tech and connectivity issues rather than mechanical failures. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay connectivity ranks as the #1 complaint across all brands, which means these aren't traditional breakdowns, but software issues in vehicles that have become rolling computers. The question that matters most is what you can actually do to protect yourself. Reliability data from both J.D. Power and Consumer Reports shows that Japanese brands still dominate the top of the rankings. Toyota, Lexus, Subaru, Honda, and Mazda consistently outperform everyone else, and Consumer Reports found that all 10 of the most reliable vehicles for 2026 come from Japanese manufacturers. Hybrids significantly outperform pure EVs and plug-in hybrids in reliability testing, with 28 of 30 hybrids rating average or higher. Consumer Reports documented that EVs have 79% more problems than conventional cars on average. Ignoring lifetime fluid claims will save you thousands in the long run. Change your transmission fluid according to the transmission manufacturer's recommendations, usually around 50,000 miles, and ignore what your car's owner's manual tells you about never servicing it. Checking for TSBs before your warranty expires could save you from paying for repairs that should have been free. NHTSA's website includes them at no cost now. So if there's a known issue with your vehicle, get it documented while coverage still applies. Supporting right-to-repair legislation makes a difference because this is a bipartisan issue that the Massachusetts ballot initiative passed with 75% of the vote. Contact your state and federal representatives. Older, simpler vehicles might actually serve you better than the newest technology when reliability matters. The average vehicle on American roads has now reached 12.8 years old, and the average lifespan exceeds 160,000 miles. Back in the 60s and 70s, cars were finished at 100,000 miles, but modern vehicles can reach 200,000 if you can keep them out of the dealer's hands. Manufacturers want you dependent on them and scared to open the hood. They want you believing that your car is too complicated for you to understand or maintain. Don't give them that satisfaction. That's the truth about why your new car breaks after warranty. And it isn't bad luck or coincidence because it's a business model designed to extract maximum profit from every vehicle sale. If this video helped you understand what's really happening, hit that subscribe button and share it with someone who's about to buy a new car. Drop a comment below because I want to hear your warranty horror story.